speaking of salt, and I guess you could say assault. I don't know if guys know that Donald Trump is apparently suing the new biopic, the Apprentice movie.
Yeah,
He says it's
Yeah.
garbage. He says it's garbage, pure fiction.
of course it
Okay.
is.
He's like, I walked in, I was gonna see a movie about a beautiful guy named Trump, and instead I got I got a garbage movie about a guy. Beautiful name is Trump.
You
I'm
know what I
surprised.
thought?
I'm surprised he didn't say the director came up to me, big guy, tears in his eyes, and said,
Yeah.
"Donald, I'm sorry that I made such a bad movie." And I said, "I don't forgive you."
Why didn't they just like send him the like? Oh, here's the screen for the movie, Mr. Trump, and
Why
circumcise
would
his
they? You act like he
face
was gonna
over.
read it.
Yeah, like just give him the
Well, he
script
might
at
have. He
first,
might.
right? And then like he maybe, and then like give him the screen, right, of the movie, give him a free screening, and then just
Yeah.
put his face over Sylvester Stallone in Rocky 4 when he's beating the Russian,
Uh-huh.
and be like, this is the film. How do you like it?
Well, apparently the reason he didn't like the movie is because he said there are blatant false assertions. Like there's apparently a scene where he's getting a bald spot covered up. Also a scene where he's apparently sexually assaulting his first wife.
Oh my
Yes, which is a matter of documented fact legally.
God.
This is
Yes.
Right.
This is a
So
this is a documented fact that like he because of his bald spot, that's why his hair is like as it is. His wife recommended a surgeon to deal with like a skin graft, hair graft, to deal with his thinning hair. The surgery was botched. It was like not good. Like his hair is this way because of a botched surgery, and he got so mad at her that
thought
he
it wasn't
beat
good.
her and raped her. So
Yeah.
that's not funny, but it's like that's what happened. So
That's
I mean, like he can sue, but you can't. So the simplest truth is that the only defense against libel is the truth. So it's like he can sue, but like, he can't deny what happened.
What does he want? Does he want? You know what kind of movie he was hoping? He was hoping for like that Trump prophecy
I mean,
movie.
it's not
Somebody talking about how he's
Yeah.
the second coming of
It's-
Jesus and shit.
like it's not like duh. It's like he's like we all know he's very thin-skinned, so and petty. So
Yeah.
and a little Sue crazy too. So this is not shocking. I'm
Yeah,
just curious
thin-skinned.
I'm just curious if the movie's any good at all.
Apparently, it's getting really good reviews, and they're even saying Sebastian Stan as Donald Trump is really good. And I think that's let's talk about this for a second. Let's act like that's probably not the actual fact that Sebastian Stan did a
Yeah.
better Donald Trump than Donald Trump can do of Donald Trump.
I think so.
That's what
Better
happened.
than Alec Baldwin, apparently.
That's what happened. He was just like, oh my God, it's like looking in the mirror. It's too good.
It's too good, and I just don't want all of this out. He's got to suck at me, and then I'll approve it.
I just think it's funny. Do you guys let's have a round table of questions here. Do you guys think this is going to set a bad precedent, like the political standards for celebrities to sue their biopics?
Probably not, because I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I mean, again, it has to be successful. Like it has to be it'd have to have some level of success, and I don't think that the lawsuit's going to have any success. I mean,
go ahead.
Here's where it's fucked up. The only way he successfully sues is if he becomes president, which I think at that point we got other problems. That movie has other problems. If that's another thing, I just want to say, you guys are playing with fire, making a Donald Trump biopic as if he's out of the picture culturally.
Right? It's not like W. Like he's definitely on the way out.
It's not like we can't have a retrospective yet because he's not done. So
I love the article too in Entertainment Weekly. It says the Donald character possibly has non-consensual sex with Ivana.
That was the title of the article.
The possible non-consensual sex.
Possible.
That possible. It's just the number one thing added. It's funny that the two people that we've covered on the show that were very unhappy with their biopics apparently is Donald Trump and and Richard Simmons.
I was gonna say Richard Simmons. He also recently said the new biopic is awful, and he's actually sponsoring another one, which Pauly Shore apparently was like just completely disheartened about.
Disheartened, and then changed. Yeah, then he changed his mind. It's like, I'm doing it anyways. I don't care what he says. So that's a very odd thing. You might be right, Rob, that where, this is, I guess, a trend now of these celebrities kind of not liking their biopics and being
at
very
first it was comic creators like Alan Moore that was like, no, I hate that. I hate that too. Now it's the celebrity like, nope, that's not my biopic. I don't endorse it.
Yeah. Well, there's been I don't know if this is a trend, but it has happened where we've seen there have been a couple of other biopics that were not made with the creators or the estate's consent. There was a Morris. There was actually they were much smaller pictures, so nobody heard about them. There was a David Bowie biopic.
Yeah.
Did not get consent from the estate, so they literally changed his name. So it's just like, there was another one about Morrissey too, similarly.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing if you make a biopic about somebody and the estate doesn't sign off. If anything, it might be helpful if the estate isn't like looking over your shoulder to like excise all of the bad stuff, like what they did with Bohemian Rhapsody. But but Donald Trump was not going to sign off on any biopic of him that wasn't anything other than the remake.
Could you imagine his own biopic?
It's what it would be. It's like how North Korea came out with a pop song about Kim Jong-un. It'd be that. Yeah. It'd be like full on that level of like it'd be North Korean propaganda, and it would suck. Unlike the North Korean propaganda, which kind of is baller. It's